I'm gonna kill you! I am gonna f***ing kill you! Fuck you, you little bitch!
This is Jerry Lynn, and she just got arrested by an off-duty cop request, who is her neighbor, for a disturbance and battery assault on her boyfriend. There are other people with close ties to cops who have also been arrested, like this man here who thought knowing the deputy gave him an edge to drive around the city without a license, and as he was about to be arrested, he tried fleeing away. Or this girl, who thought calling her father to an accident scene where she'd been detained by police officers could prevent her from being arrested. However, she gets a shock as he supports the cops to arrest her.
I'm going to talk to her. Get in the vehicle.
My dad is a sheriff.
But first, let's introduce you to the case of this entitled lady who thinks that, as a sheriff's daughter, she's above the law. Brittany. On November 19th, 2019, a routine traffic stop escalated into a dramatic showdown between a young lady and police officers.
He wasn't in following me the whole time and loving, and now he's gonna follow me?
That's not how this works. All right, we're done. We're done. Nope, stop.
The officers had clocked her driving down Brantley Road in Florida at a speed of 92 miles per hour on a 65 mile per hour road, and as a result had to travel at 100 miles per hour just to catch up with her.
Asked you at Brantley Road, clocking you at 92.
Okay, so question.
I am traveling 100 miles an hour trying to catch up to you.
No.
The lady eventually stops at her home, and as soon as she alights down, one of the officers goes to meet her. He begins to question her, and as she speaks, more revelations emerge. The officer notices she was driving under the influence, and as he asks for her license, she bluffs him and goes on to say her father is a cop.
I'm coming to bring my kids so we can go.
And I'm asking you for your license, registration, insurance,
Okay.
and you're denying that.
No,
okay,
I'm
yes,
not-
you are.
I'm
You said
not-
take you to
Okay,
jail.
no,
So I'm obliging you.
I'm trying. Okay,
The young lady's mother, who was already nearby, got close to the scene to get clarification from the cop on what transpired.
Hey, pass.
Where did you put your lights
Where did
at?
you put your lights at? Here.
I am not going to run
Right
license
here.
siren. Yes, right here.
Okay.
As the officer explained to her mother about all that had happened, instead of cooperating, the young lady argued vehemently, denying the speeding allegations and then questioning the officer's actions. Without wasting much time, the officer cuffs her and directs her into the police squad car. The lady doesn't take this lightly as she begins to yell her dad is a sheriff.
No!
Get in the vehicle right now.
Listen to me. Listen
Get
to
in the vehicle.
Okay, I'm trying to talk.
Okay, I'm going to talk to her.
Listen.
Get in the vehicle.
My dad is a sheriff. My
Your
dad.
dad's the sheriff. Your dad's Smart Cage.
Her mother, seeing the way she acted to the officer, tells her to stop the argument and provide all information asked, but she doesn't listen and kept on arguing with the officer.
Just show him your license
I will-
and ID, and he'll give you a ticket. I don't know what he's going to give you, but please, do not argue.
You wanna
He's just
go-
I'm
telling
not
you.
arguing. I'm just.
With her name now known to be Brittany, the police officer goes to ask her if she's willing to take a standardized field sobriety test, but she rejects it, which leads to her arrest.
Brittany, are you willing to submit to standardized field sobriety tests? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, I'll take that as a no, okay? All right, so as of right now, you're under arrest for DWI.
While Brittany was taken to the police station, she kept on saying abusive words to the officers.
In there.
That's why they all get in trouble. That's why.
Information?
What is she hitting the window with?
In the end, Brittany got herself a slew of charges, including child abuse with no great harm or death, driving while under the influence, speeding, driving with no license, resisting, evading, obstructing an officer, and criminal damage to property. However, she remains innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. If you thought Brittany's case was worse, this next one will shock you. Teresa Lee. In the late night hours of December 28, 2022, police officers responded to the call of a vehicle accident scene, with the vehicle owner intending to flee the scene after striking a traffic pole. The offender was identified as 21-year-old Teresa Lee. As soon as she was pulled over, Teresa began to mention her dad being a sheriff with the name John Lee, thinking it would prevent the officers from arresting her. However, what happens next shocks her.
My dad is a sheriff's officer. Sean Lee.
Who was that?
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee? Okay.
When asked about the accident on the pole, Teresa denies the bumper seen at the scene was hers, even though it all clearly showed it was her car bumper.
Not hit the traffic pole, I promise you.
So your bumper's in the middle of the road over there, and there's a pole down.
This part was hanging off already because I already hit. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in and this part was hanging off already.
Okay.
During the confrontation, Teresa brought up her dad several times as she spoke.
My dad is a sheriff's officer. Sean Lee.
Who was that?
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee? Okay.
With all evidence pointing at her, she eventually succumbed to telling the truth. Teresa revealed she was more intoxicated than expected and did hit something, which was a result of her texting and driving. In an emotional moment, she asks if she could call her dad.
Can I call my dad, who's a sheriff's officer?
Let the one officer come here who's out with your other part of your bumper. He's going to talk to you, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Luckily for Teresa, the cops grant her wish to call her dad. But what happens when he arrives leaves her dumbfounded.
I just need to talk to her on the phone. Yeah, I think she's scared she's hanging out with a boy or something, and the dad is, I don't know, this makes no sense at all.
Her dad goes on to check the time she texted him with the incident time, which matched perfectly with the cops' suspicions.
But what time do you think that initial call came? Because she probably hit it and was like, Dad, what the do I do?
Probably, I would say, somewhere between 10:45 and 11.
Teresa is then arrested, and as she is walked to the police squad car, she cries for her dad's help, but he tells her she has to be detained.
Dad! Dad! Dad!
Anything else in there? Dad.
In the end, Teresa was issued a court summons for driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report the accident. Next up is the case of Buck Preston. On September 14, 2022, a Florida police officer named Michael responded to the call of the deputy register, informing him to go arrest Buck Preston. What eventually happened was that the deputy register, while heading east, observed Buck Preston driving a red Chevy pickup truck. The deputy register previously confirmed that Preston had a suspended driver's license with multiple priors and wasn't expected to be driving on the road. Upon seeing Officer Michael heading towards him, Preston was shocked.
Goddamn, Michael. You know you ain't got a driver's license. Please. I got to. Man, goddamn, Michael. Please. I got to. No, listen to me. No. Please, just listen. Sheriff sent me. No, Sheriff, Captain. I mean, they've seen you driving. We gotta get.
Realizing he's been caught, Preston tries to form up a lie to save himself from the law, but the officer doesn't buy all that.
I'm telling you. I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, if you listen to me. The person that was driving this truck just drove down the fucking over there on goddamn Lake Morality, and goddamn, I had no other way to get it here, buddy.
With Preston directed to the police car, he attempts to escape.
Nobody jumped out. God damn it! I picked on the ball foot! Over driving? Dog, you could have just gone and got. Man, I'm trying to tell you something! Ain't nobody jumped out, Buck. Yes, they did!
Preston was eventually caught and handcuffed. While driven to the station, he continued arguing with the officer, stating that he was telling the truth all along. He also went to the point of taking the conversation personally as he began talking about the officer's family.
That's the fucked up part about it. You're still behind the wheel. I can't. Nobody can tell y'all the truth because y'all gonna do it anyway. Under this, I don't talk to you about your mom and this. Leave my family out of this, dog.
In the end, Preston had a potential charge of driving without a license and resisting arrest. He was eventually sentenced to 3 months, 16 days in jail, and 3 years probation. While Preston didn't go unpunished, the later outcome of this next case didn't go as expected. Jerry Lynn. On August 28, 2022, police officers respond to an off-duty officer request of someone making a disturbing scene in their neighborhood. The lady in question causing the disturbance was identified as Jerry Lynn. She was involved in an argument with her boyfriend, Andrew, and inflicted injuries on him. Andrew had a scratch on his left cheek that was lightly bleeding and scratch marks on his left forearm. Upon arriving at the scene, the police officer tried calming the situation down. Still, Jerry Lynn wasn't ready to listen to anyone. And as she tried charging at Andrew once again, the police stopped her, leading to her arrest. With Jerry Lynn arrested and put in the squad car, one of the officers goes to meet her, and as he asks for her name, she pleads with him to call her mom.
Pick her up. Please just let my mom come pick her up. Please. She won't listen to anybody. Please just let my mom come pick her up.
While in the car, Jerry Lynn kept on screaming and banging on the door as the officer spoke with her boyfriend, Andrew.
Do you have Kevin's phone number on the phone?
I do. It's old.
Oh, Tom, want to get back to the PD?
Oh, you, Kevin Shue?
Yeah, my...
After being asked if he would like to press charges on Jerry Lynn, Andrew states that he doesn't want to pursue any charges. He also refused to give any other information other than his name, phone number, and address.
What's up?
I don't.
Can I change that? No, you're good. I don't need it. I'll just say you didn't want to press charges and I went to go detain her. She smacked me in the face. You can give me her information if you want. If not, I'll just get her. All right, cool. I just need her information. I don't need nothing.
I got hers.
You got it? Mm-hmm.
As the police officers discussed her case, Jerry Lynn continued to cause a scene as she kept on shouting and saying abusive words.
Come back to Jerry Lynn Swanson, Franklin.
Don't be a fucking cunt. Go ahead and
1026. She's trying to verify.
In the end, Jerry Lynn was charged with felony battery on a law enforcement officer and given a $1,000 bond. A month after she was bonded out of jail, her boyfriend, now her ex, and the police officer she hit, submitted letters to the court requesting the charges be dropped. The court honored their request and dropped the charges. Tell us what you think about each case discussed in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this.